Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I have had huge numbers of my North Ayrshire and Arran constituents contacting me who were angry and upset about the Prime Minister's senior adviser breaking the lockdown rules that they themselves had so scrupulously followed, with all the sacrifices that required of them. They had followed the public health requirements for the greater good of all. They weren't just angry that Mr Cummings broke these lockdown rules, but also that he was accorded a press conference in the Rose Garden of Downing Street to evade, explain and excuse this dangerous breach, with no sense that he and his family are not the exception and that they are not exceptional. And to those who on public health grounds condemned those who attended demonstrations at the weekend, I point out that we shall never know how many people decided to go on these demonstrations because of the example that was set by Mr Cummings. That if you believe you have a good reason to ignore the rules, then you can. So I rise to present this petition on the conduct of Mr Dominic Cummings during the COVID-19 pandemic, which declares that the Prime Minister's chief adviser, driving 260 miles to Durham during lockdown for childcare reasons, when he and his wife were displaying symptoms of COVID-19, acted against the UK Government's advice to stay home, protect the NHS and save lives. Notes that the driving 60-mile round trip to Barnard Castle to test if his eyesight was suitable for driving was potentially dangerous to himself, his family and other road users, and also breached the stay-at-home message. Further declares that the support from the Prime Minister and other senior members of the Government for Mr Cummings' actions weaken the effort for public compliance with the stay-at-home social distancing requirements. And further notes that the whole episode has upset many people who have abided by the rules and guidance, missing out on the chance to say goodbye to loved ones, not being able to see newborn members of their families and missing family contact during this difficult time. The petitioners therefore request that the House of Commons urges the Government to conduct an inquiry into the conduct and justification of the Prime Minister's chief adviser, and that he be requested to consider his position and further instruct all special advisers to adhere to the same rules as other members of the public. And the petitioners remain, etc.